Beat me land a manager job at a mid-level corporate marketing shop about a year ago. Not elite, not glamorous, but respectable. Enough clout to actually change things. Guy before me was some dinosaur who probably thought diversity meant almond milk. Department felt stale, dusty, quiet boys club energy, not loud frat stuff. The subtle kind where men just assume their voices matter more. Walk in day one ready to fix it, had a mission, build something progressive, inclusive. Forward looking, the space where women could finally create without male ego sucking the air out. First move was meetings, change the structure immediately. Women speak first, always. They present ideas up front. Men talk after, only to support or ask clarifying questions. No interrupting, no steamrolling. Some of the guys looked lost, but they nodded along. New boss energy. Women looked relieved, could literally see it in their faces. Finally, someone had their back. Team was a mix. Couple older dudes counting weeks to retirement. A few younger guys eager to please and easy to shape. And several women, all capable. All clearly trained to stay quiet. One of them was Hannah. Smart, sharp, kept her head down. Textbook overlooked talent. Clocked her immediately. Decided she'd be my project, my proof this system worked. Then there was Evan, lead graphic designer. Been there forever, apparently. First meeting, something felt wrong. Not shy, quiet. Observing quiet, sat in the corner. Headphones on, cranking out designs nonstop. And yeah, the work was good, annoyingly good. Clean, precise, never late. But the way he moved bothered me. No office chatter, never joined happy hour. Never had opinions, never reacted to anything. This wasn't humility. This was a bunker. Classic passive-aggressive masculinity. The kind that disengages because it thinks it's above it all. His silence was loud, a constant rejection of the culture I was trying to build. Tried pulling him in during my first week's of team meeting, put him on the spot. Evan, how do you think we can make our design workflow more inclusive? He looks up on slow blink, says, I focus on delivering the strongest product based on the client brief. Room goes dead quiet, cold, sterile. Completely dodged the question, told him inclusivity wasn't just about output. It was about the process, the journey. He nods, says he understands, but he doesn't. That's the issue. He's a relic, a ghost from the old system. Other guys at least tried, learned the buzzwords, played along. He didn't, just kept producing flawless work in total silence. Few months and huge project drops. Full rebrand for a major client. Big visibility. Career level stuff. Design becomes the core, which means Evan, I manage everything. Client calls, timelines, coordination. Try to loop Hannah into creative direction, but client keeps referencing that specific style, which is obviously Evan's. For weeks, he's a machine. Late nights, anticipates problems before they exist, turns messy feedback into perfect solutions overnight. Can't deny it. Absolute workhorse might. But I see the truth. Pure ego. Lone male genius proving he doesn't need a team. Or my culture, just his screen. Final presentation hits. Client loses their mind. Calls it visionary. My boss is on the call. Thrilled. After sign-off, we do a company-wide meeting. Victory lap. My moment. I stand up. Talk about collaboration. The grind, the shared effort. Then I say it. Huge recognition to Hannah for stepping up and leading the creative vision on this project. Smile at her. She freezes, eyes wide. Color drains from her face. Room shifts uncomfortably. Everyone knows who did the work. Look over at Evan. Expect anger, resentment, anything, nothing, neutral face, tiny polite nod, barely visible. Chills me. He's not mad, not hurt, just empty. Confirms it. Guy's a sociopath. No emotion. Long game player. That blankness is his power. My attempt to uplift a woman didn't touch him. After that, my resolve hardens. He's a threat, can't let him dominate. Quietly shift tactics, stop including start containing. His influence comes from competence. So that's what has to go. Next step is cracking the myth of perfection. Few weeks later, routine design review, small campaign. He submits 3 mock-ups, 2 flawless. Third has a tiny footer alignment issue. Nothing. The kind of thing fixed in seconds. I project that one on the big screen. Don't say his name, just ask. Can anyone spot what's wrong here? People squint at the screen. Silence. I zoom in on the footer, tap it with the laser. Right here, I say. This is a lack of attention to detail. Tell them this is what happens when people work in isolation, when peer review isn't valued. Lock eyes with Evan, say this kind of mistake erodes client trust, signals arrogance, a belief that your work is above a second opinion. Room gets heavy. Air feels thick. Hannah is staring hard at her notebook. Won't look up. Evan looks at the screen, then at me, says calmly, "You're right. My error? I'll fix it in 5 minutes." That's it. No pushback. No excuses. No emotion. He's doing it again, neutralizing the criticism, refusing to give me anything usable. An outburst would have been perfect. I could have logged it. Difficulty accepting feedback, hostility toward female leadership. Instead, I get polite compliance, robot-level calm. It's infuriating. Feels like punching fog. Next phase is propping up Hannah, make her a real alternative. Start routing projects to her. Things Evan would normally get. Small at first, then bigger. Problem is, she's slower, less technical, needs revisions, and every time she hits a wall, she goes to him. I see it from my office. Her walking over quietly, him swiveling his chair, showing shortcuts, explaining principles. Not just fixing things. Teaching. This is the play. Making her dependent. Classic mansplaining. Help disguised as control. Can't allow it, call Hannah into my office. One of our mentorship check-ins, tell her how proud I am. Talk about her growth. Call her a future leader. Then gently bring up Evan. Say, I've noticed she asks him for help. Frame it as concern. Say collaboration is good, but reliance isn't. Explain how senior men sometimes use help to keep women junior. Ego boost, gatekeeping. Tell her she's too talented to be someone's assistant. She looks unsure, says he's actually a great teacher. I tell her that's the danger. He's making her feel like she needs him. Suggest an experiment for the next month. Any problem goes to me first. We'll solve it together. Prove she doesn't need a crutch. She agrees reluctantly. It's a disaster. Output tanks. Projects stall. I spend half my day pretending I know design software. Googling tutorials in secret, creating more work for myself. But it's worth it. Breaking the dependency, freeing her through all of this. Evan never changes. Doesn't complain. Doesn't ask questions. Takes the boring leftovers I give him, executes them flawlessly, never asks why he's sidelined, never shows resentment, just shows up, works, leaves. His professionalism feels aggressive, a silent accusation. Every perfect minor task feels like a judgment. Tension keeps rising, even if I'm the only one who feels it. I start documenting private file, refuses to integrate. Uncommunicative, non-collaborative, passively undermines female leadership, all subjective, no proof, no angry emails, no missed deadlines, just silence. But I know what it means. Breaking point comes about 6 months in. Director calls me into his office. HR report. Anonymous, complaint about morale, mentions favoritism, unclear ownership, no names. But I know, it's him. So he hasn't been silent after all, he's been plotting. Went to HR behind my back. This is the escalation. Director tells me to monitor things, support the team, corporate fence sitter. I leave with ice in my stomach. No more gloves if he wants dirty. I'll show him dirty. Decide on direct confrontation. No more subtlety. I need him in a room. Need a reaction. Something I can log. Send a meeting invite. End of day. Subject: performance review and expectations. Just us. He accepts within minutes. No questions. Walks in exactly on time. Sits down, not nervous, looks bored. I close the door. Talk about my vision. Collaboration. Communication. Support. Then tell him he's failing all of it. Use every keyword from my file. Say his attitude drags the team down. Say his silence reads as hostility. Call him a lone wolf. Watch his face. Nothing. Hands on knees, patient. I push harder, say I believe he's undermining my authority. He blinks. Asks calmly. Why I think that, I say even his silence is protest, that he disapproves and hides behind work and headphones. He pauses, then says, he's never received negative feedback, meets all deadlines, helps anyone who asks, yes, his only goal is doing his job well. Perfect corporate answer. An answer built to be quoted. A shield. Realize I'm getting nowhere. Need to escalate, lean forward. Drop my voice. Let me be crystal clear, Evan. Say his output isn't the issue. His attitude is tell him I'm considering formal action. A performance improvement plan, a PIP, corporate death sentence. This is a career-level threat. This has to land. Fear, anger, something. He looks straight at me, face blank, holds eye contact, then says, completely flat, I understand. That's it. 2 words. No questions, no defense, no plea, nothing. I'm stunned. It's the cleanest passive aggression I've ever seen. He's daring me, treating my biggest threat like paperwork. I dismiss him. Brain racing. He won the round. But not the war. As he leaves, I feel a chill. This isn't just a difficult employee. This is someone cold. Calculating, way smarter than I gave him credit for that night. I decide no more games. I'll build a case to fire him. No paper trail. Fine. I'll make one a document everything. Every interaction, every micro slight, every moment of non-compliance. I'll turn silence into evidence. What I don't know, he's thinking the same thing. Day after the PIP threat. Something changes, subtle, but I see it immediately. He brings a new pen to meetings. Sounds dumb, but it's noticeable. Sleek black, a little thicker. He clicks it once at the start, once at the end, lines it up perfectly with his notebook. New variable. People like him don't change habits randomly. First thought, nervous tick, but he's never nervous. Second thought, it's a message, a signal, some silent mind game. I ignore it, decide it's bait. I stay focused. Need a real failure, not vibes, so I set a trap. Give him an impossible task. Nightmare client, constantly changing, small web banner set. I give him the brief, but I leave something out. Private client call. They hate green. Absolutely hate it. Their logo has blue and green. It's a setup, I tell him. Fresh. Organic. Vibrant. I trust your judgment. He nods. The pen sits between us. Click the next day. Mock-ups arrive. They're incredible, almost entirely blue and gray. Only the tiniest legally required speck of green in the logo. Smart gradient. Blue dominates. Green basically invisible. He disarmed it. Completely. I call him in. The pen is there? Click. I ask why he avoided green. Say the brief was all about organic. He stays calm. Says he reviewed their past campaigns. Their public brand guidelines says they've favored blue palettes for years. Haven't used green as a primary color in 5 years. Says he prioritized established identity over vague keywords. He did his homework. Outplayed me with competence. Rage spikes. I lean forward, voice sharp. Tell him that's not what I asked. Tell him to follow the brief. Accuse him of thinking he knows better. Say, this is exactly the male arrogance I've been talking about. He doesn't react, just sits there. The pen sits there too. I keep going, tell him. This is why women struggle at work. Men who won't listen. Men who think their way is the only way. Say he's not just difficult. He's blocking progress. It's a great speech. Poster worthy. His response. I can make a version with green. When do you need it? I almost lose it. Want to throw something. Snap back. Don't bother. I'll have Hannah fix it. She knows how to listen. He nods. Reaches for the pen. Click meeting's over. He leaves. I'm shaking. He's untouchable. Every move I make, he counters with calm and logic. He's making me look irrational, turning me into the villain. That's when I notice. The pen isn't just in our one-on-ones. It's in team meetings and on his desk. When I stop by, always there, watching. Paranoia kicks in. What is that pen? Just a pen? I Google spy pens. My stomach drops. Tiny cameras. Audio recorders. No, that's insane. Illegal. But the more I think, the more it fits. Explains everything. The calm, the lack of emotion. He's not passive. He's performing. Building a record, a calm employee being harassed by an unstable boss. It hits me hard. I feel violated. My office, my space, bugged for a second. I'm scared, then it flips, pure rage. How dare he, this silent, mediocre man, turn my own office against me? This changes everything. This isn't about firing him anymore, this is about destroying him. If he wants evidence, I'll give him a finale. I wait a week. Polite, professional, let him relax, then I schedule it. Final meeting. Invite him. And HR. Head of HR. A woman I get along with. Big on DEI. Perfect trap set? My word versus his. Who do they believe, me? Or the creepy quiet guy spying on his boss? Day arrives. I feel calm. Haven't felt this in months. Winning calm. He walks in first, sits in the same chair, places the pen on the table. Good, record this. Record your own ending. HR arrives. Pleasant. By the book. Smiles. Asks what this is about. I take a breath. Showtime. I go step by step. Talk about my vision. Collaboration. Safety. Openness. Then describe his behavior as an attack on that vision. Use my notes. Say he refuses team building. Creates exclusion. Resists collaborative workflows. Works in silos. Bottlenecks projects. Say feedback bounces off him. Dismissive, unwilling to grow. I paint him as toxic. A drag on the whole team. A relic. No place in a modern workplace. Say I tried everything. Mentorship, direct feedback, chances to improve, even frame the PIP threat as mercy, a last attempt to save his career. Say nothing changed. I talk for almost 20 minutes. Perfect tone, reasonable, concerned, sad, he doesn't move, doesn't interrupt, just watches. I finish, lean back, say, with regret, I recommend termination. Effective immediately, not a culture fit. HR looks sympathetic, nods, takes notes, then turns to him, asks gently if he has anything to say. Silence. This is it. He doesn't look at me. Looks at HR, says yes. Same calm voice says everything I said is subjective. A narrative I've been building for months. One that contradicts the factual record. HR frowns, asks what record. He slowly reaches forward, picks up the pen, holds it up. This. This isn't just a pen, he says. Says it's a digital audio recorder. Says for the last 3 months. Ever since the day I threatened his career behind closed doors. He's been recording every professional interaction we've had, My face goes cold, lungs empty. It's real. HR's eyes go wide, asks if he's been recording me. To protect myself, he says. Voice steady, says he needed a factual record. Says he knew he'd need it to defend his career from a manager who openly targeted him, based on attitude and gender. I finally speak. Barely say it's illegal. Say he can't record me without consent. He turns to me for the first time. The blankness is gone, replaced with something worse. Pity tells me to check state law. Says it's one-party consent. Says he consented. Turns back to HR. Says he has over 14 hours of audio. Hours of me blaming male arrogance for my critiques. Hours of me saying men should step back into support roles, while women get leadership regardless of experience. He pauses. Says he has a recording of me telling him, "Men like you are anchors dragging society backward. You're scared of strong women." Says that was 2 weeks ago. Says he also has the full, unedited recording of the meeting where I credited Hannah with his work. In front of the whole company. Sets the pen down gently. Says everything is dated, time-stamped, stored in the cloud. Says he can email the link right now. Says they can hear the difference between my official story and what I say when I think I'm alone. Silence, just the AC humming. I can't move. Head full of static. This can't be real. HR looks at the pen, then at me, then back at the pen. Her friendly mask is gone. She looks terrified. Legal panic written all over her face. Says we need to pause the meeting. He nods. Says he'll send the link. Says legal should review it before any discussion of his job. Stands up. Grabs his notebook. Grabs the pen. Thanks HR for her time. Doesn't even look at me like I've stopped existing. Walks out, closes the door. I'm left alone with HR. She stares at the empty spot on the table. Won't meet my eyes. Says my name quietly. Asks what I did, next 2 days blur together. I'm told to stay home. Not contact anyone, email, and Slack shut off remotely. I sit on my couch staring at nothing, replaying every word I ever said. I was so sure, so confident, so convinced I was right. He used my own language, my own ideology, turned it into a weapon. My justice crusade became a discrimination case. Call comes 2 days later. It's the director, voice cold. No small talk, says legal reviewed the audio. Says my actions expose the company to serious risk, gives me 2 options. Option 1, I'm fired for cause. No severance. They fight unemployment. And they won't stop him if he sues me personally. Option 2, I resign immediately. Sign an NDA. Get 2 weeks severance, a neutral reference, and they handle him internally. 10 minutes to decide. There's no choice. I'm finished. I take the deal. Hands shaking, I email my resignation. Next day, I'm told to come after hours. No one else around. I pack my pathetic box, plants, mugs. Then I see him, still there. Working late. Monitor glowing. Director standing beside him, laughing at something he said, patting him on the shoulder. Respect, camaraderie. He's not the quiet guy anymore. He's the one who won. I slip out the side door, don't want him to see me. I never see any of them again. I lose my career, my reputation, my self-respect, and he did it all without ever raising his voice.